Sent from my former boss to his staff.
And here's the picture. Hello and good day, team. We will be implementing a fraternization policy due to a public health safety. The policy will be explained more in detail in the upcoming week. What the policy stands for is to prevent employees hang out with each other and then bringing it back to workplace. It prevents favoritism, drama, contagious diseases, romantic relationships, etc. If you have any questions, feel free to message me directly, and I'll be more than happy to explain in detail. In the meantime, please follow this policy and use this as your notification. You'll be given a contracts. Will you be given contracts to sign, and it is a mandatory policy to follow. Thank you for being incredible, and let's have a killer day. Thumbs up emoji, thumbs up emoji. Yeah, I think that it this I say best wishes to this manager and being able to execute this. I think that it's very, and by best wishes, I do not mean that legitimately. I mean that like as sarcastically as possible. But it's hard enough to get to do team bonding with your employees. I think it's even harder and maybe dumber to just flat out ban them from hanging out with one another. Now, I don't know what kind of job this is. I don't know if it's a professional job or if it's just a bunch of high school kids that are really creating a bunch of drama, which could be the case, but you're not going to be able to prevent them from hanging out with one another and making them sign a contract to do so. I don't even know if that's legal. So I would, if I were this, a lot of these people they say they're going to drop these contracts, but have you consulted your corporate counsel? That's a good question because maybe they're implementing a policy that's illegal. But yeah, I'd say it's pretty obvious that this person doesn't know what they're doing, and I I would strongly question the legality of them being able to do this. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I'd say I've never experienced such a policy. My company has gone out of its way to encourage their employees to bond with one another. I had a manager that worked out of, at one point in time, I had a manager that worked out of state, and whenever they would come into town, we were always encouraged to go out and get dinner or do something together because that team bonding that we had with one another would then make us more effective as employees. So I'd say that is a interesting policy. I would say I don't recommend if you're in a situation as a manager trying to implement a similar policy. And if you're in that situation yourself, I would, peruse your state's employment laws. I wouldn't necessarily lawyer up, but say, hey, boss, this is how you become your boss's favorite employee. You say, hey, boss, actually, maybe not their favorite employee. Maybe they'll retaliate on you for this. So your mileage may vary here. But hey, boss, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but just to protect you, what you just sent out is not legal. And here's the thing. But I obviously will not. Obviously, I will not be fraternizing. I know that my mother works at this company, but I just like you said, I will never see my mother ever again. Um, it's been it's been 10 years since I saw my mother, ever since my job at McDonald's implemented the no fraternization policy. Okay. Okay.
Because I ain't chasing payments, still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.